Welcome back, nerds, to another A Song of Ice and Fire video. Today, me and Sleepy Joe will be ranking all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones.
I'm excited for this video, Donald. I think I got a lot of spicy takes.
Joe, that is not what I want to hear. I thought I was supposed to be the edgelord.
I did some inner soul searching and want to be less boring and sleepy. I drank 3 Red Bulls for this video.
I'm going to act like you didn't say anything, Joe. Let's start with Season 1.
Instant B tier. It is average. The starting season had a lot of stuff to introduce, and the story took a little to get going. Also, I really liked Boromir. Why did he have to die?
Did you really just put Season 1 in B? You're as dumb as Lysa. I just hope I get to push you through the moon door when I beat you in the next election.
Fuck you, Orca Whale. This season is mid. Just accept it. The other seasons have much more action and drama.
Joe, this season is literally S and arguably the best season. Let's meet in the middle and go A. I am happy about it, but we need to stop arguing so much, Joe. It isn't healthy. Remember when we had to go to couples therapy?
Donald, you didn't need to tell everyone about that. I thought that was private.
Moving on to Season 2. I think this season is a bit overrated personally. Dany literally looks more lost than you, Sleepy Joe, in this season, but I can sympathize with her because her dragons are stolen just like the last election.
Nah, Donald, this season is S tier. The Battle of the Blackwater alone is a top 3 episode of the series. I also love Tyrion in this season. It's okay, though, Donald, you and Catelyn can sit together in your own pool of stupidity. Catelyn releasing Jaime was quite literally the dumbest thing I've seen since your tweets.
Fuck you, Joe. This season should be B or A.
Let's do it, Donald. It's not as bad as season 1.
I'm putting it in A then and stop the season. One hate Joe, you're going to get crucified by the comments.
I can't read, so comments don't affect me like they do you, Donald. Don't worry, guys. Donald reads every comment, so roast him as much as you want.
You know what, Joe? Let's just move on. Season 3 is S tier. It had the red wedding in it. All that needs to be said.
Yeah, that episode reminded me of beating your ass in the election. Donald, you really thought you were the king. Ha 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 ha.
Joe, you do remember what happens to House Frey in the show, right? Or did you fall asleep? I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Did you just quote Gladiator?
No Gladiator quoted me.
You are disturbed. Either way, I agree. Season 3 and S tier.
Wait, we agree on something. We have broken the prophecy written in the secret texts.
This is a glorious day indeed. Donald, too bad we are about to disagree heavily.
What do you mean, Joe? We both are going to agree that Season 4 is in B tier?
You have to be kidding me. This was literally the peak of television. It has to be S tier.
Nah, this season we lost a beloved character who I related to more than anyone. Joffrey was a misunderstood kid who no one understood. Just like me with the media, they all attack me because they don't understand me.
Or you like him because he is a rich, spoiled little brat who is a psychopath born of incest.
Shut up, Sleepy Joe. At least I'm not the one who almost got cast for Maester Pycelle's role. I wonder why you auditioned for that character. Was it because you got to feel up women underage, or because Pycelle is literally your embodiment of old shitter?
I tried acting one time, and here Donald is tearing down my career path that is so like you.
Fine, I will put it in S. That got too hostile. We need to settle down. Let's take a moment to breathe. Joe, are you there? Joe. Oh no, the Red Bulls got to him. Did his heart give out? I can't live without Joe on this channel. Why God, why oh why?
What was that, Donald? Sorry, I had my mic muted.
Oh, nothing, just singing the song Rains of Castamere to myself.
All right then, Donald, let's move on to Season 5. I think this season is pretty mid. The ending is solid with Hardhome and Jon's death and how the season wraps up. But Stannis' death and the lead-up is awful in this season, definitely a fall in quality.
I would go as far as putting it in D, but C works for me. I will say I think the faith may be on to something. I would be cool with women walking down the streets naked as punishment.
Donald, that is disgusting and totally outrageous and is awful treatment of women's own self-respect. I would not be opposed to seeing Ryan Reynolds do the walk of shame, though.
Joe, you may be onto something, but we are getting distracted with that glorious image. I can't believe Stannis the Manus got beat down like a little bitch. Can I get a justice for Stannis the comments?
Spicy takes Stannis deserve to die.
You take that back, you walking corpse. You should be burned at the stake instead of Shireen.
Stannis literally burned his daughter, has no personality, and overall is just a bad dude.
That doesn't deserve a response. I hope your heart gives out when we watch House of the Dragon.
Whatever, Stinky, I am not going to lie. Everyone hypes up Season 6, but I think it was, again, pretty mid.
Are you kidding me, Joe? This season is at least a tier.
Why, though Donald, this season is completely filler. Nothing happens until the last 2 episodes. As cool as the Battle of the Bastards and Cersei destroying the High Sparrow, they carried little consequence going forward, and also our main characters have complete plot armor. Also, people praise the Hodor episode, but again, what does it do for the story moving forward? There are decent standalone episodes in this season, but it's not great. The writing also struggles even more.
That might be the longest statement you have ever said without stuttering, and I appreciate your thoughts. Unfortunately, they are completely wrong, Jon being a complete badass, and the season as a whole is visually stunning. The music soundtrack when Cersei is about to blow up the Sept is one of the best of the series that alone makes this season high for me. How about we settle on high C, since I am going A and I am assuming you are going D?
Yeah, I like that, Donald. I am glad we are cooperating together. I really feel like we are growing together like the wildlings in the Night's Watch. Moving on to Season 7.
Instant F, this season can genuinely suck my...
Whoa, Donald, you can't say that family-friendly show, Donald. With that said, I agree this season blows hard. Put it in F.
Sorry, Joe, I forgot about the family-friendly part. If it wasn't for you Democrats censoring media, we would not have to be careful.
I wish we had censored Season 7 from ever being released. Donald, you think I have enough power to have this season rewritten?
Yeah, definitely you should use your power. Give in to your anger, Sleepy Joe.
Oh, don't get me started on that dumpster fire of Star Wars. We need to stay focused. The way they did my boy Littlefinger dirty. Also, what the fuck was that boys' trip at the end of the season?
Joe, you remember our boys' trip because I don't. It was a rough night.
It was a glorious occasion. I stayed up till midnight. Can you believe it?
I was very proud of you that day, Joe. We need to forget this season, moving on to the worst season of television to ever grace this earth, Season 8.
Insta S tier, best ending ever.
What did you say, Precious?
Season 8 is S tier. I'm telling you, I really enjoyed the way Danny went psycho and burned everyone. Sometimes I forget who I am and do something bad. Really related to that. Also, the battle for Winterfell was great. Arya flying out of the air, screaming and killing the Night King was very satisfying.
Joe, you remember how we were bonding there? Well, that is over. Fuck you, Sleepy Joe. This season was so bad that I stopped and watched one of your speeches. I genuinely stopped eating food because of how angry I was at this ending. Joe, you know how hard it is for me to stop eating. Joe, there was no words to explain my utter rage towards the lack of writing and care put into this season. Jaime and Cersei literally died to bricks. This is after Jaime completely gets his character arc destroyed, worse than your brain is getting damaged for liking this season.
You know, Donald, now that I think about it, I can't remember this season very much. Maybe I fell asleep. If you hated it that much, Donald, we can put it in F. I don't want to ruin our friendship over this.
Good, Sleepy Joe. I started getting worried you were a show you're on fanboy.
I do like a good finger in the bum.